Everything you think you know about alpha males is built on a scientific lie, one that its own creator has spent the last 40 years desperately trying to bury. We have constructed an entire framework of 21st century masculinity on a biological premise that simply does not exist in nature. The stakes aren't just academic, they're existential. We've modeled our identities not after the majesty of the wild, but after the desperation of a cage. The alpha behavior we lionize, the aggressive, dominant struggle for the top spot, was only ever observed in wolves living under conditions of extreme, unnatural stress. The virus has escaped the enclosure. It found a host in the human psyche, and it's rewriting our social DNA.
In the digital age, the Greek alphabet has been weaponized. From the alpha executives of Palo Alto to the Sigma grind set dominating your For You page, the idea of a fixed male hierarchy has become the dominant socio-cultural map for the modern man. This isn't just internet jargon, it's a socio-sexual, a socio-sexual experiment. Self-help gurus and digital subcultures use this hierarchy as a strategic tool to categorize human value. It promises a shortcut to success in an increasingly complex world. If you can just decode the hierarchy, they say, you can hack your way to power. But as we're about to see, this ladder is actually a treadmill, and it's leading nowhere.
To find the patient zero of this myth, we have to go back to 1947. Researcher Rudolf Schenkel studied a group of wolves brought together from different origins and forced into a confined space. In this pressure cooker of unnatural stress, the animals did exactly what humans do in prison. They fought. They fought for resources, for space, and for status. Biologist L. David Mech popularized Schenkel's findings, cementing the alpha label in the global lexicon. But then, Mech did something rare in science. He kept looking. In the wild, Mech made a startling discovery. A natural wolf pack is not a battleground for dominance. It is a family. The alphas are simply the parents. The betas are their children. There is no violent coup. There is only care. Mech has spent decades trying to pull his original book from circulation, but the world wasn't listening. We preferred the lie of the cage because it mirrored our own modern pressures. As the wolves of the 1940s were fighting for scraps in a cage, 1980s Wall Street was looking for a new justification for greed. The alpha was about to swap his fur for a power suit. Primatologist Franz de Waal drew parallels between ape and human behavior, and the business world greedily rebranded managers as alphas. By the early 2000s, the pickup artist movement turned this pseudo-biology into a dating cheat code. They convinced a generation of men that female psychology was hardwired to crave dominance. They viewed women as programs to be hacked and social interaction as a zero-sum game of intimidation. The myth had moved from the woods to the bedroom, and the air was getting toxic. As the internet matured, the myth was codified into a rigid religion. The architect was Theodore Robert Beale, known as Fox Day. He designed a socio-sexual hierarchy that looks like a biological caste system. Alpha, the peak leader. Beta, the loyal follower. Delta, the backbone, the average worker. Gamma, the embittered, rejected intellectual. Omega, the social outcast. This is pure biological determinism. It offers a seductive, hollow map for men lost in shifting gender roles. But look closer. This hierarchy isn't just about order. It's a mask of strength designed to hide a paralyzing fear of equality. It's armor for the insecure. When the pressure of the alpha pyramid became too heavy, the internet created a release valve, the Sigma male, the lone wolf who stands outside the system. This birthed the Sigma grind set, a lifestyle of pathological self-optimization, ice baths, crypto portfolios, and total emotional isolation.
They worship icons like Patrick Bateman, John Wick, Walter White, or Thomas Shelby, missing the point that these characters were written as warnings, satires of men destroyed by their own detachment. This is what critics call brain rot, a digital performance of superiority that replaces genuine human connection with a cold, aestheticized mask.
Modern science offers a far more sustainable reality. Evolutionary psychology distinguishes between dominance and prestige. Dominance relies on threats and intimidation, and in humans, it's usually viewed with contempt. Prestige, however, is earned through competence, generosity, and respect. The desire for these structures is so deep, it has even birthed the Omegaverse, a massive subculture of fan fiction where people are biologically sorted into alphas and omegas. It's a fascinating, bizarre testament to how much we crave clear rules. But real life is fluid. Psychologists like Raoul Schindler show that social roles are situational. You might be the alpha leading a project today, but the omega providing the necessary critical counterpoint tomorrow. True competence is the ability to shift roles, not the obsession with occupying a single letter forever. Let's be honest. When you strip away the memes and the hustle culture quotes, you realize the socio-sexual hierarchy isn't a blueprint for success. It's a prison. Men chasing the alpha label are slaves to the constant stress of proving they're still on top. Sigmas are just men choosing a cold, self-imposed isolation because they're too afraid to be vulnerable. This whole system is a reaction to a deep-seated fear of losing control in a world that is finally asking for equality. The alternative? The regular guy. The man who seeks friendship over power games, who understands that being competent doesn't require being a tyrant. True sovereignty isn't winning the game. It's walking away from the table entirely.
The alpha wolf does not exist in the wild. He is just a father caring for his family. Strength isn't found in the Greek alphabet or in the mechanical exercise of power. It's found in emotional openness and the prestige earned through deeds. True masculinity is not about where you stand in a fictional hierarchy, but about the responsibility you take for those around you. To see how the trad wife movement serves as the cultural counterpart to this alpha cult, click here to watch our next deep dive. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Join the conversation on your own terms.